Hi there. So today I want to show you a new set I just helped create for Isabelle, who's just off screen. Isabelle came to us and she had two bowls that she had picked up. I'm not sure, where did you pick them up?
Oh, somebody was getting rid of them, so they were secondhand.
Okay, so secondhand bowls, which are great. If you can get a deal on bowls, go for it. I'm never one to say, no, buy just for me. Go for it. So her A3 is 27% flat, and her C sharp is 42% sharp. So when we play them together, it's not a super balanced, even tone. And she's like, help me build from here. So first, before I even help pick out instruments, we talk about intent. So I know you came, you said you do Reiki, you do yoga. So I totally understand the Reiki business part of the sound, having received lots and lots of Reiki. So I know how to help there. But then your yoga, you had a different style of yoga than I have. So can you explain that, what you're doing with your yoga practice?
So when I lead people through a yoga practice, I lead them through the solar system. So basically, we move through all of the signs of the zodiac throughout the year. It's very seasonal. And then I also do the moon practices as well through the solar system. So through the signs, all signs.
Perfect. So from that discussion, we talked about how you wanted to create that sound sensation, almost like a soundtrack of being out in outer space among the planets out there. So first thing we did was we came to the gong room. And it's like, let's take a look at the gongs, because when you're talking outer space, solar system, planets, what you can do with a Bear Love friction mallet just is like, oh my gosh. So let me just readjust myself over here. And what we did was we went through a few gongs and we found some gongs that went nice first with just her two bowls, because we really weren't sure what type of budget. You were like, let's stay a little bit lower on the budget. So it was like, let's find something that goes with just your bowls. And remember, it was a decision later to add more bowls. Okay, so when we had this bowl here, or gong I should say, just beautiful sound. When we add this, adds that little bit of mystery to it. So we picked out this gong, and then coincidentally when we went into the singing bowl room, because you said you wanted to add more bowls then, we added the G, which just blew us away with this gong. So when you're doing Reiki in your room with your Reiki clients, one suggestion, because there's a million ways you can do it, but it's always nice to know different strategies to start. So one thing you can do with your client is, even before we do the gong, the client walks in, and we're going to use these two bowls because they're perfect pitch, give that nice sense of grounding. And what you can do is you take the bunny tails, okay, actually just one. Let's use the softer ball one. And when they come in, don't have your candles lit, because you need to have a purpose to do something to leave them alone. And you can say, we're going to do a breathwork activity first. I like to do square breathing because it's really easy to visualize for a newbie. If they already have a breathwork that you do with them, great. But you can say, so Watch, I'm just going to hold this and super soft tap, as quiet as you can. We're going to breathe in, hold for 4, and out. Hold for 4. In, hold for 4, out. Hold for 4. And then ask them to try it, and you breathe with them just through 2 cycles, just to make sure they feel comfortable, and say, wonderful, I'm going to go light the candles now, and I want you to continue in a breathwork pattern at your speed. So what's now happening, they've come into your practice and they're like, wow, who knows whatever happened in their day, or panic or fear, whatever it may be. And so now the sound is bringing them into focus. The sound is stopping that fight, flight, freeze, run, and just calming them down. So that by the time they lay down on your table, they're just about ready to receive some Reiki. Okay, because I know myself, I was on the table and it was like 20 minutes. I just had a cancer diagnosis and I had 20 minutes going, blah, you know, and even the girl said, like, yeah, you were not receiving for 20 minutes till I relaxed, but she had no sound. Had she had sound and I calmed down first, I would have gotten an hour of that energy through me. Okay, so you can do that, and then your candles are all lit. You can say, wonderful, now you lay down, and then you can bring this in. And let's just do a few more rounds of breathing, because now they're on the table. Okay, and you can use that just to get them relaxed. Then we're not using these two, and I'll explain later in the video why we're not using them yet. You could take them through a meditation if you like. And notice that gong just keeps going and going and going. And we use the teal, medium soft, because it's got that nice soft punch to it, pulling out the real deep low tones. Okay? Then go ahead and do your Reiki practice. Let this go into quiet. Partway through the practice if you want. I would not hit the gong again, because if they're in a real deep session and it's been 10 minutes of no sound because you've just been doing your hands, to suddenly come back here, that might be a bit too much. So I would then just bring the bowls in the middle of your practice, and then near the end of the practice, if you wanted to, because I mean that's all you have to do, now you're back to your hands, okay? At the end of the practice, you could use that, because now it's wake up to the nervous system, okay? Or at the end, I don't think I would use this mallet, but maybe your bunny tail mallet. Really soft. Whereas if you use this mallet, that might be too much of a startle. You could do this 2 or 3 times and then this one, because we've slowly, gradually woken up the body. Imagine like you're on a beach. The waves slowly come in and lap on you. It's wonderful. Somebody takes a bucket of water and just goes, and you're like, your whole day has been ruined. Okay, so just go very slowly waking them up. Okay, so any questions about that for your Reiki practice?
No.
Okay, so now when you do your sound baths, when you're doing your yoga practice, your journeys, okay, this is where you can use these sound effects. So this A and this G, when you play together, they have, what was the difference? 21 hertz between the two. They create a wah, 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 wah in a beta wave, which is very activating. And it's a really nice type of tension. When I do, this is called binaural beats, which technically is not binaural, it's a monaural, because we're using both ears at the same time. To be binaural, this would have to be recorded on your right speaker, this recorded on left speaker, and have headphones. Everybody calls them binaural beats, but it's really monaural. But so when I play it, I like to go one, the other one. So you notice this bowl is hard to play, this bowl that you picked up secondhand. Put your mallet this way, and now it works. We're getting more friction, okay? So that creates a kind of nice spacey effect, really alert, okay? So maybe near the end when you want to alert, waking them up, or if your crowd comes in and they're like all, maybe it's been a terrible lightning storm, and they're driving in the rain and they're all frazzled, or it's that first snowfall and they're like, wow, this could actually bring them down a little bit, not deep meditation, but bring them down. These two bowls, they create your alpha waves, which is your light meditation. I always finish on my primary note, so for you, finish on your perfect pitch bowl. Okay, and you'll know that because that's the one that has my sticker in it. The other ones, I've written what they are, okay? So these are special effects that we could create within your sound bath. But does this feel balanced to you? Like, does it feel grounding? No, exactly. So what my suggestion is, when you start your sound bath, and your yoga, start on your beautiful low G, okay? In the video, we're gonna go really quick, but for your sound bath, you wanna go really slow, okay? I'm holding down here, because I noticed you liked, because of no instruction, I mean, no judgment, this is how I played when I started, okay? You were up here, your bowl's gonna buzz, okay? So you wanna hold, play about here. You have more control when the bowl is shaking or vibrating, your mallet's not bouncing off of it, it's gonna be much smoother, okay? So start with that for a little while, and then bring in your perfect fifth, which is your G. See how this feels so balanced. So you're gonna start your sound bath and end your sound bath with these, because this is like we're starting grounded, or we're grounding our people, and then we're gonna take them on journeys. That's kind of interesting, taking them somewhere. But now we ground back. We're more balanced. Let it play right out. Okay? If I'm going to go to my A, I would not stop this in the sound bath, we don't want this video to be 2 hours long. Okay? If I'm playing the A, so I forgot I have to keep it upright. Oh, that's beautiful too. Okay? When I play the A and this, stop for a minute. When I play the A and the C sharp, it's not totally balanced, but it's okay. So remember you asked me, should you get rid of your bowls that are not perfect pitch? And it's like, no, keep them, because they take us on journeys. They cause a little tension, okay? You want that throughout your sound bath, okay? But after a while, you want to bring them back to balance, okay? I can create a bit of tension here, take them on that little journey. And then if I want, just finish off with this one. Let him die out by himself and just be on this note to give that sense of balance again. So you're getting your balance with your G and D. Your A, even though it's 24% flat, we gave you a D that's kind of on the flat, still within perfect pitch, so you're only like, I think about 21% difference, or I think it was 19% difference. So you're good there. So you can even use this as a home. Okay? Questions on the bowls?
Nope.
Okay, so now we've got your gong and your chime. So you can start. And just let that gong go. You want to play as quiet as possible for most of your time, because the quieter you're playing, the more you're pulling the people inwards, calming that nervous system, getting them into that deep relaxation. Okay. Now, for the video, I've got this here. I would have had this gong a bit further back so that when you want to play your friction mallets, you're not on this angle. I would just kind of turn around. You're going to figure out what is your comfort zone. Okay. Now with the Bear Love friction mallets, this is number 4. You'll find different places on the gong are going to create different sounds. Okay, you're holding just really just at the top, and it's just more support, going really slow. So we talked about that when you were trying this. Go super slow. When I deal with the big one, sometimes I will take 15 to 20 seconds before I hear any sound, because I go so super slow, but I can feel that vibration. It's like if I've got a boat in the lake and I'm going the slowest, and I just want to go so slow that nobody notices I'm going away. Okay? Just. And when you do that, it comes in so gentle, and then people are like, do I hear something? I don't hear it. Do I hear something? It's just like beautiful warm water washing over you. Always make sure the stick is pointing in the direction. So I'm going this way, my stick is that way. If I want to come this way, I have to turn around to come this way. Okay? You could support if you need to. And then practice, you'll learn little swipes and things like that that will create different sounds too. Okay, always very little pressure. So you've got number 6. It's hard to jump on with another one, so I would let it quiet down before I would try to come in. That's going. So now comes intuitive. So it's a lot of practice, but you'll learn, ooh, I love that sound, and then, oh, play these binaurals. Here's, that's cool. Here I pull the D back out. I want the brain to focus on my D when I'm playing these 2 binaurals, so I came back to this one. I still have that sound, but now I'm kind of homing in on a not perfect pitch bowling relation, so I come back to here. Now it sounds balanced. Number 2, you can go right at the back. Pull up a bit more. Because you're going for higher sound waves, they're tinier, you can go faster. Okay? Questions on that?
Nope.
Okay, so now we've got your chime. So now we can put it all together. So you're creating, this is your little orchestra, you're creating your own soundscape. Okay? You will know yourself through practice, exploration at home, where you want to pull in your sounds, because I assume you're going to be doing a lot of talking in the guided journey. Maybe you'll do sort of like a sound bath at the beginning of the class, then you'll get up and do yoga moves with them. Do you think you'll be doing something like that? So during the yoga, you're actually moving with them, showing them the poses?
I generally demonstrate, yes.
Okay, so I had a blast. We did a charity event, and Brad was leading the yoga, but I decided to do the yoga while doing the sound. Okay, so what I did for that, and we'll incorporate the chimes too. Sorry, we didn't do that, but I'll stay with this train of thought for a minute. So I was doing the yoga poses. So then you would not have your bowls here. You would have to have the gong set up so you could access it as well. And what I would do is, okay, for the camera's sake, I'm going to stay here, but I would be standing on this side, okay? So say we were doing, a sun salutation and we're reaching up. And then when you come down, so I would take them through the pose, hold the pose, and as soon as you've shown the pose, come over, pick up your bunny tails, and then go back in that pose and hold it with your people. And then when you move into the next pose, this upward pose, maybe, oops, wrong one, here we are. And then hold that pose. So you demonstrate, come play your little melody, go back in that pose and hold it. And then everybody follow that sound. Where's that sound taking you? Okay, so that you're incorporating that. You can even just do one note. Okay, hold it through there. Notice this is still playing. Okay, real fun that way. Because now their mind is again pulled away from their day-to-day life into the sound with the pose. Okay, and then at the end you're going to do your Shavasana. Do you do Shavasana at the end of this class? Yeah, you cannot have Shavasana. So then for your Shavasana, you might want to start first because they are so exhausted. Start with more active on the gong. So you can do rollers. So like again, I don't like this position. This bowl is in the way for me. I want to sit right in front of my gong. When you're rolling. A lot of people who come here, ourselves included when we first got a gong, we thought this was gong playing. And then we started whacking it, and I mean actually whacking, you just whack, and bring it to these loud noises, which when you're playing by yourself is awesome. Shavasana, or even just in gong bass, people don't usually appreciate that for a long time. Because again, it's an assault to the nervous system. We want to relax the nervous system. So, you're playing gently, roll. Oops. Oh, you could even. So different patterns. I'm going to give you a link, digdeeper.com. Is Mike Tamburo, or Anderson, and Mitch Neer, the three guys together, phenomenal. It's a musicologist, historian, physicist, sound practitioner, and a gong master who travels the country with like 100 gongs in his van teaching everybody. They've got a really great several courses on how to play gong, just all different techniques to pull out sounds out of your gong. Okay, so I suggest that. So play your gong for a while first. Then you can bring in your bowls. Okay. With the Shavasana, I would not use your binaurals. That's really pretty. I did this really quick. I would go a bit slower, but notice I wasn't playing these two exactly together to get that binaural beat. Because the Shavasana, you just want them to totally relax. And then take that, walk around the room. And when you walk around the room, I'm just going to get up and show you. Oh. Never climb over your bowls. So I'm going to come around because that's a great way to break them. So this, we're waking the people up. If you move it around, creates a totally different sound sensation than it's very static. You can just do this way, but that's spinning. If you want to get a little spinner, a metal spinner, and then hook it to that, then it can really be spinning. But even just this. If you're in a real big room, you'll see people and they'll really swing it around. Okay? Dance with it, have fun with it, but that's as you go down higher notes, that's really waking them up. And then, you know, wiggling your fingers, wiggle your toes, go through all that. And then you've got it on this nice little arm, so it can just continue. And then you can do your closing. Does that sound like one of a million different ways that you can do it?
Yes.
All right. Oh, and then I just want to show, so this was the other set of mallets that Isabelle was really looking at. I just want to show it because it was so neat. This is 1.1, 1.3, and I think 1.6 is the super highs. So these really take you totally into your little planets, like total outer space. Okay, so that, I just wanted, because you're going to come back and go, what was the other set of frictionals I was looking at? So that's the set you were looking at for, I don't know, Christmas or next year or something. So, yeah, so everybody who's made it to the end of this video, when you come to our store, this is what I do. She came with 2 bowls, had no clue what she wanted. I've set her up with a great practice for Reiki. I've set you up for before, after yoga class, strategies to do during the yoga class, incorporating the sound. Yeah, and if you can't make it to our shop and we're just going to talk on phone, we can work together through Zoom. We can create a set, and then I can still make a video like this for you so that you have an idea how to work with your instruments. You just have to ask. So, anything else you have to say?
Thank you, and I'm excited to start helping people on their journey.
Wonderful. Okay, well, on that note then, everybody else, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Bye. I love this set. I love this set. And how many hours have you been here?
Oh, I didn't even look at that. 6:30. So
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 4.5.
4.5 hours.
Yep.
Not bad. But wow, you got, see, you know, like I said, you know, when we, yeah, we will find you the right set. And you came thinking you were going to go home with a set of Himalayan bowls.
Well, yeah, I knew I wanted a gong.
Yeah.
The gong was definitely something I wanted, but I didn't anticipate. And I knew that I wanted to complete my crystal bowls, but I wasn't sure if that's really what I wanted.
Yeah.
But now I know. And then this is impromptu for sure. The what is that's like the
It's swinging chimes.
Swinging chimes.
Yeah, it's from Svaram in India. It's a community called Auroraville,
Okay.
and they work on creating the most beautiful dynamic sounds for healing.
Oh, nice.
And remember, the sounds don't heal us, we heal ourselves. They
Yes.
just put us into that state.
Homeostasis.
Exactly.
Mhm.
All right. Time
Yes.
to pack this in boxes and send you on your way.
Yay!
Who's staying up till 2 in the morning tonight? Love it, love it, love
Yes,
it.
I can't think of a better way to, spend that full moon energy to be truthful.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
This has been great.